Oh yeah.
How we doing, guys? Moose here, Season 3, Episode 6 of our West Ham United career mode, as we kick things off here with a game against Norwich City. Obviously, we just found out our Champions League group stage grouping, and that will come into play later in this episode. But first, we take things on here at Carrow Road, Norwich City hosting us, playing their 4-4-1 against our 4-2-3-1 today. We're playing Danny Ings up top, pretty much an entire replacement team with the exception of Adrian in goal, knowing that we have a game against Basel, our first Champions League game, in just 2 days' time. But we start things off really brightly here. Bradley playing the ball to Matt Jarvis. He plays a beautiful through ball for Michael Bradley to run onto. Nice little fake shot to get around his defender, but an absolute shank of a shot. Not a good chance. And the next chance falls for Norwich in the 36th minute. Fair plays the ball into Alozio. It eventually finds his way back to Leroy Fair. It's a huge save from Adrian to keep things scores in the early going. But Raval Morrison with a great chance after dispossessing the man. Plays it through to Bradley, who's got another chance. Has a shot that pings off the outside of the post. Michael Bradley continuing to get great chances, but yet to find the back of the net, I'll tell you what. And Josh Gathan with a fantastic individual effort. To look at the run. Great bit of skill to get around a couple of defenders. Has a shot, and it's a huge save by the Norwich City keeper to keep things at 0-0, in the 43rd minute as we waste another chance. There could have been a penalty call, but Yedlin then gets the ball played through to him by Joshua Guy. He whips into the box. Danny Ings gets some separation. That's a beautiful finish there. Really calm and cool to take down the volley. Bit lucky, obviously, that it does get past the keeper, because really when you're hitting that, it could kind of go anywhere. But luckily for us, he's able to keep it low, keep it on target, and find its way into the back of the net. Beautiful goal from Danny Ings. Leroy Fair then plays the ball through. Snodgrass inside. It's a huge tackle there. Absolutely beautiful to keep us one goal ahead. And then Morrison plays Mark Noble through in the 52nd minute. He comes through plenty of space. One shot saved. Second shot, another save. An unbelievable double save to keep out today's captain, Mark Noble, from scoring. But then Norwich trying to fight back in the game. Alazio plays the ball across, and Howson with a goal to equal that of Danny Ings. It's a beautiful goal from Johnny Howson in the 73rd minute. Norwich with some really nice intricate football. Ball played across, and Howson with a cool, calm finish that Adrian could do nothing about. He's just left standing there. It's a beautiful goal. As Norwich then try to come through, ball played up to Nathan Redmond. Good save from Adrian. Joshua Gatt goes to clear it away to our substitute who came in, Andy Carroll. But take a look at this. Gatt handles the ball accidentally. It's such a weak call. It barely punches off his arm, and then he clears it away. The referee gives a handball. Alozio comes up to take it. And Adrian with a massive save to keep it 1-1. Beautiful. He goes the right way. Strong hand to the ball. Keeps it 1-1, but Norwich plays the ball in quickly. Jarvis gives it away. He actually won away the throw-in. Played into Alozio again. Falls to Snodgrass. Good header, and Adrian with another nice save. But Bradley here in the 86th minute plays it across to DeAndre Yellow, who's getting it forward from the right back position. He plays it into Joshua Gatt. Plenty of space. Andy Carroll, goal of the season. What a finish with the bicycle kick. That is surely deserving of the winner. Unbelievable finish from Carroll. He shins it right into the back of the net. A low cross in, so it's pretty crazy they even went for that type of shot. Beautiful bowling from the Gat man, and it's a fantastic finish for Andy Carroll. That's surely going to give us the 3 points, and it does. The referee blows the full-time whistle, and a 2-1 victory. Three absolute crackers of goals, I'll tell you what. Howson, Ings, and Carroll, of course, with the best. But Norwich, to be fair to them, played a solid game. Obviously, fighting back on their home turf. They had 12 shots, 5 on target to our 8. And your man of the match in this game was James Tompkins. So from here, we go to get ready for a game from Basel. And we get Sidney Sam pops into my office and says he's not happy with his role at the club. He wants a bigger role. And the thing that's really tough about him is we have so many fixtures, he's not going to play every game, but he's playing all the important ones. He's played the majority of the games this year, so it's really disappointing when he comes in and complains. But we do get a note from Tompkins, who's happy with the opportunities he's getting, despite being a second-choice center back behind Schar, who's meeting his old team Basel here in the Champions League. And, of course, Winston Reid, our club captain. But good to see Tompkins happy. Sidney Sam, he will be getting back in the lineup here in this game. A couple of good players on Basel. I'll tell you what, they have Salah, who, of course, is at Chelsea in real life now, and Sio up front, who is really tough to deal with. So, hopefully we'll be able to contain Basel here away to start things off as we come out in our top lineup here with the 4-1-2-1-2. Carroll and Lacazette pairing up front. But Salah, like I said, really good, looking to create some action, plays the ball into Fry. Back out to Salah, who's going to whip it in. It's deflected off the head of Fabian Schar, and eventually Sio finishes it with the goal. Fabian Schar, a bit unlucky to come back to Basel. Obviously, he gets a nice reception from the crowd, being a good player they had there, but he then gives one away to his former team here. Unlucky for the ball to bounce off of him, finds its way to the head of Sio, and it's a really good headed finish from him to make it 1-0 Basel here in the early going. So about the worst start we asked for, but Sidney Sam then ranging forward here, plays the ball into Clement Grenier, who's been so dangerous this year, and it's a huge save by the keeper to keep Basel ahead. And that's basically the way this game ended up being played out. I'll tell you what, as soon as Basel scored, which of course was really early in the game, but as soon as they scored, they were content to let us pass the ball around, try and create stuff, and just sit back. Look at how many men they have behind the ball there. They had 9 guys behind the ball, and I'll tell you what, they were trying to create as much havoc as they could defensively to keep us out. Lacazette then with a good chance here in the 45th minute, has a shot, and it's tipped just around the post by the keeper. So we pick things up in the second half then. Bradley here trying to hold off Salah. He's come on, trying to create something. Also, Sven Bender was suspended for this game, which is why Bradley did get the starting nod. He had to do a bit of a job. Obviously, he played just 2 days ago in the win over Norwich City, so he has had to come in. Trippier with a huge block to keep things at 1-0. But now in the 58th minute, Luke Shaw range forward, plays the ball and looking for Andy Carey, lays it off to Lacazette. Oh, and he skies it over the net. But like I said, Bradley had to come in and do a job for us, and he was absolutely stellar in the center of the park. Obviously, the first goal you can't really blame on anyone per se. Just a bit unlucky and a good finish by Sio. But we try to get back into it. We're pushing and pushing here. 83rd minute now. Nice little bit of 1-2 play. Lacazette gets held off a bit. He eventually makes a tackle from Ivanov to get the ball off him. Whips it in towards Joshua Gatt. The Gatt man. Yes! It's a beautiful finish from Joshua Gatt, and we may have stolen a huge away point. Obviously, you want to get every point you can away from home and win everything at home, and that'll get you through to the knockout stage. And Joshua Gatt with the goal that earns us a draw. The Gatt man stepping up huge again, and it's a 1-1 draw at Basel in our first ever Champions League game. So fantastic. And look at that. Like I said, they just sat back and let us come at them. We had 9 shots to their 1, which of course went in the back of the net. And our man of the match was Lacazette, who had a great game. Obviously, you saw he had a ton of chances and eventually helped set up the winner from Joshua Gatt. So from there, we get into the final game of the episode here, taking on Reading back home at Upton Park in the Premier League. We currently sit level at the top of the table with, surprisingly enough, Aston Villa, who actually are in first on goal difference just 4 games in. So they start out 4-0 with a plus 10 goal difference. So Aston Villa could be a force to be reckoned with moving forward here. But we got kind of a hodgepodge side here. Bender's back in. We have some of our big names playing, but a couple of guys are out, fitness-wise. But Bender's back in the team, which is huge for us, and we'll see where we go from here. Early on, though, Sidney Sam gets the ball laid out to him from Andy Carroll. Nice little step over to whip things inside. Plays it back post. Ings can't get onto it. Jesse Rodriguez, and back to Ings. It's a huge mess. Trippier somehow gets forward, and a big save by the keeper, McCarthy, to keep things scoreless early on. Danny Ings had beautiful ball over the top to Andy Carroll, and his shot is well saved by the feet of McCarthy, who's a really nice young goalkeeper, I have to say. He played really well for Reading anytime we've played against them. But Bender plays the ball into Jesse Rodriguez, then into Luke Shaw. What is it with our fullbacks getting into scoring position? Shaw actually takes a shot from just outside the 20 or the 18-yard box from about 20 yards, and it's well saved by McCarthy. But then Drenthe with a free kick there in the 30th minute that handles right out off the crossbar. Absolute smash from him that could have been dangerous for us. But then Carroll, surprisingly enough, is the one whipping the ball in here, looking for Grenier, as opposed to normally when it's played in for Andy Carroll. And Grenier then is able to take the penalty. Simple finish, just passes it right into the right side of the net, sends McCarthy the wrong way, and we're a bit fortunate to come away with a 1-0 lead here in the first half. Beautiful finish from Grenier, of course, but a little bit lucky. It was similar to the Norwich play where they won the penalty, and there was kind of a weak handball in the box, but we'll certainly take it. Sidney Sam then putting us farther ahead with an absolute smash. Beautiful little fake shot to get around this man, and that is an absolute hammer shot. His left foot, I'll tell you what, you can't ask for a better left foot. Sidney Sam with an absolute thunderbolt, and he is just so good cutting in off that right midfield position because he uses that left foot to just smash goals into the back end. That he's been so huge for us. But now into the second half, Bradley, who's come on here looking to try and create something here, comes on for Grenier, plays his first ball through to Danny Ings, hits off the post, and Sidney Sam's rebound is well saved by McCarthy, so it could have been 3-0. The ensuing corner then played in by Bradley, looking for the head of Fabian Schar. It's played out to Jesse Rodriguez. He takes a touch, smashes it, and McCarthy has to make a magnificent save to keep Jesse Rodriguez from scoring his first goal with the club. But Carroll then lays the ball off after stopping it well, plays it to Michael Bradley. He's still looking for that signature goal, and he's hit the post again. It looked to actually take 2 touches off the post, hit like the crossbar and then the post. He can't seem to buy a goal. I'll tell you what, Michael Bradley actually played him in the advanced midfield position here in the second half to try and create something. But Sidney Sam plays the ball, and Danny Ings is in absolutely sensational form. His 5th league goal already in only game number 5. This was a guy that could not score worth a lick last season, and luckily for us, he has found his form. Also, we haven't played the toughest of opponents. We've played the likes of Crystal Palace, Norwich City, Cardiff, Fulham, and now Reading here in our 5 games in the Premier League. So obviously our schedule is going to get infinitely tougher as the season comes on, but we can't ask for anything more here in the start. And we get a bit lucky. A deflected shot gets around Adrian, but does hit off the post, and luckily for us, we stay in the driver's seat 3-0. But some nice passing here at the back. Bradley pays a bit of a 1-2 with Matthew Jarvis. He then sees Luke Shaw ranging forward. Shaw gets out into Milkovic, plays the ball off to Michael Bradley, and a stunner. Michael Bradley, you can sense the ecstasy here in his celebration. He's so happy to finally get that huge goal at home in Upton Park, and what a finish it was. Luke Shaw plays the ball right onto his feet, takes a touch, and smashes into the top corner for the exclamation point to finish off this episode and this game with 3 points from 4 goals. Michael Bradley with an absolute stunner. And to be fair, Reading will feel hard done by. They did have 14 shots. They actually played really well away from home, but we were able to take our chances and get a couple of stunners as well. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and we'll see you in episode 7. Bye-bye.